welcome back to my channel. I'm Muriel, this Nurse Muriel. To my new subscribers, hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the channel. To my oldies but goodies, welcome back. So y'all, I know it's been a long time. A long time for me is anything greater than 4 days, y'all. It's been a while. I have been recording, and I actually edited a full video, y'all, but I sat back and I looked at that video. The video consisted of just about a full week, and it was so choppy. Some days I had like a minute of just talk, and then other days it would be like 5 minutes, but it'd be like 1 minute in the morning, another minute. It was just so choppy. I was like, I don't want to put that out. I'm not that type of content creator that, you know, gotta have this perfect video with the best lighting and this and this and that, because my videos are more information based, as well as just like day in the life of, you know, the things that I do. But I don't want to get so heavy on, okay, we're going to put this in and edit this and do this and make this pop. And like, I don't do that, y'all. I'm mainly in my car going to work, coming from work, just having nursing discussions. And even though I am that type of content creator, which I'm not that heavy on all of that, I still couldn't put that video out. So that tells y'all how awful it was. But I did want to give y'all a little recap of the things that went on. So, one of the things that happened is I got my nails done, y'all. I love them. They are so cute and simple. I got them shorter. I ended up going to my little cousin. She's 19, and she taught herself how to do nails, y'all. And I was going to go to the same nail tech that I go to up here, but when I wanted to make the appointment, she was booked on the day that I could go. I worked last week, Wednesday and Thursday, so I had to either get in there that Tuesday or that Friday, and she was booked both days. And so I didn't even think about it. And this is where advertising comes in. If you're doing something, you know how to do something, advertise. I didn't even think about my cousin. Like I said, she was just starting out, not even a full year, and she was like practicing, and I didn't want to go to somebody who, you know, practicing. I wanted to go to somebody who know what they were doing, because either way it goes, I'm paying for the service. And so she happened to do like a photo dump on Facebook of some of the nails she did, and she did pretty good. She did good, y'all. And so I booked an appointment with her, but I told her, y'all know these young girls, excuse me if you're one of them, you know, but it is what it is. They're doing these things called duck nails now. With the nails look just like a duck's beak, or I don't know what it looked like, child. It's a mess to me. I mean, not to be so judgmental, but it's a mess to me. So I told her, I said, well, I just need me a little old lady basic style, and I do not want no duck nails, you know. And she was like, okay. So when I got to her, you know, it took her a little while, because like I said, she's new to it, and I was there for about 3 hours. She did my nails and toes, but we perfect. And the thing I liked about her is that she didn't mind taking, I ain't gonna say criticism, but she didn't mind doing the little changes that I needed done, because at first she did have this nail pretty wide, almost looking like a duck nail, and I was like, nah, no honey, we got to take that. I was like, we got to take that in some. And so she trimmed it up for me, and they're so nice. They are so cute. And I got my toes done too. My toes, I wanted them in this new color, because y'all know I like my toes and my nails to match. But this is acrylic, and she couldn't, I didn't want acrylic on my toes, and she didn't have a gel polish to match this. So I actually just got pink on my toes, like all pink with a little French at the tip. And y'all, for nails and toes, it was only $70. Can't beat that. So yeah, I got those done. I went out to this restaurant called Crab du Jour in Charleston, North Charleston, South Carolina. And it's like a seafood all you can eat, $42.99 type restaurant. The food was okay. So first, let me start by saying I'm not a seafood person. Like, I don't do seafood like that. I may do some mussels, and y'all know I love tuna, and I eat some fish. But as far as crab legs, clams, oysters and all that, I'm really not that type of person. Like, I'm never craving seafood. like a lot of people in the South, they got to have the crab legs, they got to have crabs. And I never that's never been my thing. And so I was told that they serve wings, and you can do wings as part of the all you can eat. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go and I'll do that. But when I got there, I thought about it. I was like, when I looked at the menu, they do like different rounds of food, and you have to eat 80% of round 1 in order to progress to round 2 or whatever, which is understandable. You don't want to waste food. But I knew that I couldn't eat 2 pounds of chicken, and you know, I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to make it. So instead of doing the all you can eat, I just wanted to order some chicken and order some chicken and get like some, you know, just some chicken and something. And but they was like, if one person, nobody at the table can do the all you can eat thing unless everybody agreed to do it. So I went ahead and did it, but I didn't get the seafood like that. I just got some chicken and I got some calamari.
Is it on it?
It can be as many times as you want.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
But the soup is not included?
I'm sorry?
You didn't get your gumbo, did you?
Oh, she had brought the gumbo just now, but I told her to take it back for a second because
Thank you.
Where'd y'all want me to sit yesterday?
Thank you.
And then, do y'all want me to take anything out the way or? No?
We ain't got... Please do, babe.
God, there's a lot of damn food. The chicken was good. The calamari had no taste. My friends, they were saying that their seafood, you get 2 pounds of seafood plus 2 appetizers plus like sausages, corn, stuff like that, and plus dessert or whatever. They were saying the seafood wasn't all that, but they were determined to get to their second round or whatever. So I just went to the first round. I was full off of, I got shrimp pasta. The pasta wasn't that good, but I was trying to make myself eat it because it was $42. The pasta wasn't that good, y'all. It was okay. It tastes like wet noodles with seasoned juice, and I don't know why I thought it was Alfredo, but it was actually shrimp pasta. It wasn't that good to me. The wings were good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the wings. I had barbecue, no, I had honey mustard, and I had Cajun wings, and they were good. Calamari didn't have any taste. Yeah, I would never go back there again. That's basically the gist of it. Although the drink was okay, it was tasty to me. I had a rum punch. The drink was tasty. The bill came out to like $65, which isn't, I guess, isn't bad considering I did all you can eat. Anyway, that was that. Then I filed my taxes, y'all. So let me tell y'all. Okay, y'all know I have a business. I have an LLC, my trash removal company, and I work as basically a agency nurse, a contract nurse. And I had a W-2 job, so I knew my taxes was going to be a lot. And so I found a tax preparer who knows, she knows a lot. She's not just a tax preparer. She like sells the software. She does all that, but she knows her stuff. But she's from New Jersey, y'all. Y'all already know. Maybe y'all know she's from New Jersey, y'all. And I'm from New Jersey, but I've been in the South for so many years, like 30 plus years, that I consider myself a Southerner, but I have family in New Jersey, so I come across people and they behave a certain type. They're I'm gonna say they're animated, and my family in Jersey, they're like that too. So I'm kind of sort of used to that. But when I tell you she was getting so excited over my taxes, not in a good way, but she was mad. She was really upset that okay, so with taxes for your LLC and you have contractors who work for you, you shouldn't be taking all the tax liability for all of your income if you have people working for you. She was very hard up on the fact that the person that was doing some of the work for us wasn't receiving a 1099, because she was like, that's income that I'm going to be taxed on that I'm not receiving. And I understood where she was coming from. I really and truly understood where she was coming from. But y'all know sometimes things are done in the South, y'all. People be I mean, I ain't trying to, I claimed the income, so it wasn't income that didn't get claimed, so I can say this. I did claim all the income, even the income that we paid a person. Y'all know people be wanting to get paid under the table. And I feel like the work that the man do, he really is shorting himself by, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm comfortable claiming the income. And she was really highly pissed off about that, because she was like, why are you claiming income that you don't get to make. You didn't get to profit. Now, mind you, I get to profit off of the miles that he drove on his route, because if he's not claiming the income, we're going to claim the miles on the route, because that is my business and those are my customers. And, you know, so anyway, I told him we still doing good on their back end from it, because that's over 7,000 miles, you know, or whatever. But, you know, and it's done with our truck. It's done with our company truck or whatever. So anyway, so yeah, she got real hype about that. She got real loud, real loud. She was real like, she was started saying some things like people in the South are slow and all kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, you know what? I was just sitting there looking like, you know, just looking at her like, okay, you know. And she really, okay, you know, when you have a 1099, there are so many deductions, so many write-offs you can take. There are so many. As long as you can prove these things, there are so many. And if y'all know my company, I pay for the software that we use for our billing. I pay for different apps to keep track of the routes. I pay for my business line, which I didn't even put that in there. I forgot to even mention that. She was so excited, it kind of threw me off that I forgot to even mention the money that I pay for my business line. You know, it's just so much. And plus with the truck we use for the business, the mileage and depreciation of the vehicle and all that, like, it still ended up working in my favor. I went in there not wanting to owe any money, and she ended up working her magic, and I'm getting a refund. But I told her I will go back to her next year. At first I was thinking like, no ma'am, she is too much for me. That, you know, like animated and the things she was saying. But I go back to her. I understood the frustration when you somebody that do this business and you know how things are supposed to go, and you feel like, you know, you sitting in front of me and I'm telling you what's best in your interest, and you're telling me no, that's not what we're gonna do. But I have my reasons, y'all, because the guy does excellent work. He does excellent work. I mean, his customers rave about him, and he picks up trash, and he has contact with his customers, and he talks, and his customers rave about him. And he's actually doing us a favor. Even though we pay him, he's doing us a favor, because that would be more time that my guy would have to take on doing that route. And even though we pay him, to me, it's honestly not worth. The work he does is worth more than what we pay him. I'm gonna just say it like that. But I leave that up to him and my guy, because they are cool, and I let my guy handle that portion of it. But she wasn't understanding that as a tax preparer. She's looking at you're claiming income that you're not getting the pocket and profit off of. But everything ain't always about money. Sometimes it's about quality and service, dependability, stuff like that. That's worth more to me than the money he's earning. But she won't understand that, because her bottom line is the dollar. Anywho, so I filed my taxes, y'all. Work that out. Yeah, but so let's talk about some nursing, because y'all are here for the nurse. So let me tell y'all a situation that happened with me yesterday. And it's not particularly nursing, but okay, so I had to leave work yesterday for about an hour. It ended up being 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. I had to leave work to go pick my daughter up from work, because we were having trouble. I don't want her riding with any male Lyft drivers, even though my daughter is 20. She's not a baby, but to me, she's a baby. She doesn't get out. She's a homebody. Like, even her going to work at this job shocked me, because she's a homebody and she don't really socialize. She's not out in the community like that. Like, she's not one of those girls. And I don't want her riding with strangers, men especially. Even though we could track the ride and all that, I still don't trust it. Because I'm that type of mama. I probably would end up doing time behind my kids if something happened to my kids. Like, I'm that type of mother, for real. Y'all sit here, look at me, and I talk on sweet level. But when it comes to my kids, when I say I really don't play, I really don't play. Like, I will walk up on the school bus behind my child. If they're on the bus, I I will meet somebody's parent at the bus stop if need be. Like, I'm that type of parent, honestly, about my kids. And even though they're not young, still they're not young, but when they were young, I was that type of mother. And so I don't want her riding with any men, and it just kept coming up, male driver, male driver, male drivers. And I told her, and then once we canceled so many, I don't know, do y'all know a way to only get female drivers on Lyft? I didn't see a way, the option to do that. I ended up getting a cancellation fee for canceling so many times. So I told her, I was like, fine, I'm just going to pick you up myself. So mind you, I'm going about my day, I'm doing my work. My work is done. I'm in the med room. Once the last med is done, my job is basically done. Unless someone wants a PRN, but they really don't ask for PRNs that often there. But if they do, I'm going to leave the key with the nurse anyway. She can go in there and grab some Tylenol, because she's not above grabbing some Tylenol for a patient. Well, anyway, so I told her, I said, I got to leave to go pick my daughter up from work and drop her off home at about 5:30 or whatever. But all my work is going to be done in here. Everybody's going to have the medication. And I'm coming back. That was the thing. I was like, I'm coming back. And then she was like, where's she work? And I told her where she worked. It was 10 minutes from the job. She works 10 minutes from my job. And I live 15 minutes from my job. And her job, from her job to my house is 12 minutes. So y'all do the math. So about 50 minutes, it took me about 50 minutes total to get back to work. And it was a big old thing about, well, there's not only supposed to only be one RN on the lodge at the time. And I was like, so what about when we take our breaks and there's only one RN? Well, that's a break. You're entitled to a break, but there should never only be one RN on the lodge. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but I'm coming back though. And I was like, okay, I understand. Well, but I'm going to pick up my daughter or whatever. She was like, okay. So then the nurse called me back. She was like, so I'm going to call the supervisor and I'm going to tell her that you had a family emergency and you need to leave, but you're coming back. And I was like, okay, and I was like, okay. And then she called me back. She was like, so I called the supervisor and I told her you had a family emergency and that you'll be back in, 30 minutes. You'll be back in 30 minutes. And I said, okay. And I hung up because, first of all, when did this one RN being on the lodge thing get enforced? Like, it may be the rule, it may be a policy, but when did this get enforced? Because 3 nights in a row last week, there was one RN on the lodge working because they didn't have any other help. So there was one RN for 3 nights in a row for 13 hours each night. Then, when you had to leave early and go to something for your daughter at 5 o'clock, when I had been working there I had come off for I was like a week off for orientation, and you needed to leave at 5 o'clock to go do something for your daughter, but you weren't coming back. You were going for the day. And you left me there as the only RN on the lodge. I didn't hear anything about any of this. Okay, we're going to call the supervisor and tell them. I didn't hear any of that. You know what I'm saying? It was none of that when you had to leave. But when I tell you I need to leave and go do this and take my daughter and come back, then it was, oh, we got to call the supervisor. See, people need to be mindful of the things they do, because even though that may be policy, it may be policy. That's some BS, okay? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that was my son. Y'all asked me about taxes. He's filing his taxes as well. Y'all know I carry him as a dependent. He lives in my house. I pay his tuition. He don't pay no bills. But he did work. He didn't work enough to where his income would be taxable. I think the threshold is like $12,000 and something for it to be taxable income. He didn't make that much, but he still can file his taxes. His refund is looking like he'll get a few $100 back. But so yeah, it wasn't an issue when you had to leave for your daughter, but when I had to leave, it was let me call the supervisor. Yeah, that threw me. And I said, sometimes do people think I'm stupid? Because I'm not stupid. I may be new to this job, but I'm not stupid, okay? And so that kind of rubbed me the wrong way yesterday, but I just let it ride. And, I went and did what I had to do, and I took my daughter home, and then I came back to work. I left there at like 5:50. I say I left there like 5:55. No, I lied. I left there like 5:48. Around 5:48, and I clocked back. When I clocked back in, it was 6:40. So yeah, I was going like 50, not even a full hour. But yeah, sometimes in this nursing thing, y'all, little things like that could turn into a big thing when you just feel like people just, yeah, it's just a mess. That really threw me. And then the fact is, I finished all my work. Well, my work was done. You know, like I said, if someone come and ask for a PRN or something like that, then, you know, she would have to get up and maybe give a Tylenol or something like that. But my work is done, and anything could have happened on the lodge within those 50 minutes. I do understand, and she the only nurse there. Anything could have happened, but anything could have happened when she left me as the only nurse as well for 3 hours. Well, for 2 hours, because she left at 5, and another ship came in at 7. So anything could have happened then, but it wasn't an issue. So yeah, I just that kind of. We follow the rules and regulations when it comes to, we all about protocol when it, you know, it's going to affect you, but when it would affect me, it was okay. And mind you, I didn't make a fuss about it when it happened to me, because I never knew that was the protocol. But you been there for however long you've been there, you knew that was the protocol, but you had no problem leaving me. So yeah, that occurred. I'm heading out to go do a quick little 6-hour PRN shift, because that paycheck dropped, and as paychecks do when they drop, the paycheck is almost gone already. You know, paid some bills as always. It's like trying to stay on top and actually get ahead of those bills. So pay some bills and pay this and pay that, and now the numbers is looking kind of funky in my account. The numbers ain't numbering like they should. So I'm going to pick up this quick little 6-hour shift, because one of the bills I paid, I'll recoup that money back in this 6-hour shift. So yeah, I'm going to a wedding next month. My niece in Jersey is getting married, so I'll be up in New Jersey next month. I was trying to look at flying versus renting a car, because who wants to drive? Who really wants to drive over 4 hours anymore? Not me. But there are a few people in my family who also want to go to the wedding. And so I was thinking about them, because I was like, okay, so I would fly in, and if they want to go, they would have to fly in too. Plus, I would end up getting a rental car once I got there to get around or whatever. So it's like I'm going to get a rental anyway, either way it works. So I might as well just get a rental, and we all can just drive up there together and share the drive. And so that's what we're going to do. I'm hoping that they give me that weekend off. I mean, it don't matter if they give me the weekend off from work or not. Y'all know how I am, child. They don't have to give me the weekend off. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be off then. The only thing is, she's getting married in Memorial. I'm going to be off anyway. I got the paid time or whatever time to cover myself, but I am going to request it. I need to go, when I go to work Wednesday, I'm going to request it to be off that weekend. It's been so many years since I've been to Jersey. The last time I've been to Jersey, I said I'll never go to Jersey again. I said if we have anything family related, which we really don't have family related things going on in Jersey. A lot of my family, some of my family in Jersey have already moved down south there in Georgia. My sister, she plans to move. I thought she was going to be moved by now, because all of her kids already moved down south. So I thought she would be moving next, but she said she's going to move to Georgia. I don't know when she's going to do it, but I have brothers up there. These are my father's side of the family. So yeah, and everybody, my sisters and my brothers. I think I'm the baby. Child, am I the baby? Yo, I'm the baby. I just thought about that. So I have 2 older brothers, and I have 2 older. Okay, so in Jersey, I have 2 older sisters and 2 older brothers. Now, mind you, we are not extremely close. We didn't grow up together. They know about me and my other sister who's down here. I also had an older brother who passed away. He was from my mother. He passed away when he was 6. So they know about us. Like, my father was married to my mother. But we grew up down here, so they really don't know us. We really only reconnected probably about 15 years ago or so. And so my niece that's getting married, she's my brother's daughter, and she came down when we went up there to visit, like, yeah, it probably was about 15 years ago. When we, no, what, 15 years ago? I don't want to tell that lie. It had to be, though. It probably was about 13 years ago. We met her. And, you know, I have a daughter. And she connected with my daughter. And so she would come down south to visit other families she had down south on her mother's side. But my daughter would end up going to pick her up. And then she would end up staying with my daughter, hanging out with my daughter in the town that we grew up in. And so they remained extremely close, and she's come down a couple more times and stayed with me. And so anyway, she's getting married next month, and so we're going up there for the wedding. And I told myself I will never go back to Jersey, but I got to go for my niece's wedding. I have to. So yeah, we're going up there for the wedding next month. So anyway, we're gonna drive. We're gonna split the drive, me and my sister and my daughter, and then whoever else I guess can fit in the car. We're gonna split the drive. We're gonna go up there for her wedding next month, and then we're gonna drive back down. Some people are just that driving. At one time when I was younger, I could do that drive, like I could drive the whole 12 hours. As long as I had somebody to talk to, look, stop, or gas station along the way or whatever. It's getting through North Carolina that almost took everything out of me. So I'm going to insist that somebody else drive through North Carolina, because it's like 3.5 hours to get through North Carolina. But yeah, we're going to rent a car. We're going to drive up there. We're going to stay up there. We're going to go stay 2 nights. The night before the wedding, the night of the wedding, and then we're going to come home the next day. So yeah, doing that. My birthday is soon, y'all. Real soon. I have absolutely no plans, but I am off. I'm off 2 days before my birthday and the day of my birthday. My sister just said that she wanted to look into going on a cruise. And I was like, okay, let me look into that, because that that'll be nice for my birthday, going on a cruise. I've been on one cruise before. I put it on here. It was a 6-day cruise. I said never again in life will I do a 6-day cruise. 3 days, and it's a wrap for me. So I'm going to be in the process of trying to find a 3-day cruise. The only thing is my birthday is during the week. Like, it's during the week. It's not on the weekend. And so I would have to find a cruise that boards on Monday and is back on Wednesday. So I don't know if I'll be able to find that, but I don't know, y'all. I might just do like a staycation for my birthday. I might go somewhere and just stay for 3 days. Those 3 days that I'm off, that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I might just go somewhere and just stay. I've done Myrtle Beach to death. I don't want to go back to Myrtle. It's like things that I've done before I'm not interested in doing. I don't want to do Myrtle Beach again. Oh my goodness, no. And I almost feel like y'all know I did want to go out of the country, but then I changed my mind about that, because I was like, how do you want to? I mean, I don't know. It ain't too late for me to book something. I don't know. I was thinking about just going and doing. I say a staycation, but I wouldn't do it where I live. I don't know, Savannah maybe. And see, my birthday is during the week, and I'm off during the week, and everybody else working. So I don't know. I don't want to go to Atlanta. My friend's going to Atlanta. She's moving to Atlanta for a little while to help her daughter out. I don't really want to go to Atlanta. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out to do for my birthday, y'all. That Monday, Tuesday, and that Wednesday. My kids gonna have to figure out life on their own in 3 days. I'm gonna figure out. I don't know what to do. I might just go stay in Charleston. My sister live in Charleston. I might just stay in Charleston, and me and her just might make it going out to eat and shopping 3-day event. Like, we might go catch a movie or something. I might just do that. Y'all see, I ain't even saying nothing about my man, child. I got a whole man, and I ain't even thinking about him. And I could just go, I don't know, child. I ain't want to say the man boring, y'all. He ain't boring, but child, that relationship, I can say it's complicated, but then people will say complicated to mean, oh, they must be having problems. No, we ain't having no problems. I just feel like we such an old couple. Like, we not stuck in our ways. I just feel like we such an old couple that, I don't know, we don't even see each other that much, and sometimes it makes it even better, because when we do see each other, we just really enjoy each each other company. Then we end up doing so much talk about business when we together. Like last night we was on the phone, child, next thing I know, snoring. I hear snoring. And that happens a lot, like falling asleep on the phone together like we some kids. One night, child, we both fell asleep on the phone, and I happened to wake up, go to the bathroom, phone been on for 4 hours. Was still on 4 hours later. All I hear is snoring. It's him snoring. I said, Lord, I might just get me a bottle or two and go and chill somewhere and just, I don't know. I'm going to make sure my pockets are straight, so I'll, you know, I'm going to have my money that I'm going to spend and already have money to replace that money once it's spent. So, I don't know. I'll figure out something to do. I'm going to figure out something to do on my birthday. I'm thinking about that now. What am I going to do those 3 days? That Monday, Tuesday, and that Wednesday. That Wednesday will actually be my birthday, and that'll be the day that I'll be heading back home. And sometimes I think that might not be fair on my kids to make them have to deal with their brother for 3 whole days. So I might just, I don't know. I say deal with, but it's not a whole lot to dealing with him, but it's just, sometimes it's a lot. I don't know. But anyway, this video is long of me just saying, I don't know. But I'm heading to my PRN, y'all. Like I said, I'm doing 6 hours. And I said I would. See, this is why you should. I always say what I'll never do. Y'all be on here all the time, and I'll be like, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. I told these people they won't see me again till the summer. Because I had such a rough shift the last time I worked. And look at me. What's it been, 3 weeks that I'm heading back? But I'm only doing 6 hours. I woke up this morning. I wanted to go look at some mobile homes. It's getting close to that time, y'all. I know I keep telling y'all I'm moving this year, and that's all I say, but yeah, I need to start going to look at some land. And when I went to get my nails done, my niece did my nails. She lived in this part of the area, the county that I grew up in, that I had never explored. And when I tell you, when I drove down there by her house, I was like, this is what I'm looking for. Tucked off in the cut, nothing but woods. If somebody coming to my house, that's because I gave you the address, because you ain't really just going to stumble upon this house. You had to have known where it was. Like, I told her, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Something back up in the cut somewhere. But I do want a bunch of land. Like, I want to get me 1 acre of land is a lot. I want 2 acres. I would love 2 acres. But why is land like $20,000 an acre now? This is, y'all, why? This same land that was $5,000 an acre 20 years ago, $7,000 an acre 15 years ago. Why is this same acre of land $20,000? Y'all, with this inflation and stuff, y'all it's really getting out of hand with the houses and everything. And y'all really buying up these houses for all this money. Like, y'all don't think it's going to depreciate? I mean, you know, y'all don't think this is like, oh goodness, I don't know. I don't understand it. People out here buying modular homes. Not modular homes, so they say modular homes are just like, what they call them, stick-built homes or whatever. But people really out here buying mobile homes for all of $200,000. Why? Why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all doing that? I wanted to go look at some homes today at this mobile home place, because they have reasonable prices still on their mobile homes. When I say reasonable price, I mean they got double wides for like $80,000. That's reasonable to me. And then if I was thinking about them back when it was $50,000, $80,000 would have been way too much. But $80,000 right now for a double wide mobile home is like this. It's reasonable. But y'all, they want $135,000, $125,000, $150,000, $160,000 for mobile homes. I can't, in my right mind, do that when my home that I bought, that I have in now, was less than $140,000. I cannot reasonably give y'all $150,000, $160,000 for a mobile home. I can't do it. about $20,000 for acre of land, but it's looking like that's what it's gonna come to. So anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog right here. I'm just rambling, and this is probably gonna be like 30-40 minutes. I touched on basically all that's been going on with me for the last few days, and so yeah, next video I'm gonna do a video. One of my subscribers suggested I do a video about uncommon / common occurrences that occur in long-term care that you won't know until it actually happens to you. Like the situation where I had with the patient had the low BP and me having to put her in Trendelenburg, y'all. I learned how to pronounce it, Trendelenburg. Me having to put her in Trendelenburg while also IV fluids being infused to bring her blood pressure up. Just little tricks like that to help with certain situations that you learn on the job. Sometimes you don't learn it, but yeah, and how to handle situations like that when it comes to the documentation and notifying the MD and stuff like that. So I'm going to think of some common instances like that. Something else I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video concerning psychotropic meds, because now that I work in psych, I come across meds that I had never, I mean, a lot of them are common drugs that I even administered in long-term care, like Risperidone and Depakote and lithium, and what's some other drugs that I've given, those are Seroquel, like those drugs, Namenda, Aricept, drugs like that I haven't administered. But then I'm coming across drugs that I've never given before that I'm administering. So I'm going to do a common medications in psychiatric facilities. Like I did one common medications in long-term care facilities, and I'm going to link that video down below so y'all can watch that if y'all didn't watch that. But another one I'm going to do is common medications administered in psychiatric facilities, like Cogit, and I'm really learning more about those drugs now, because I administer those drugs every day. Yeah. And some of their side effects, like some of the things to look out for when it comes to administering those drugs. And that will be for the nurses who, I would say long-term care too, because I give Cogit in long-term care. I give Seroquel, I give Risperidone, I give Namenda, I give Aricept, I give Depakote, but I give long-acting injections as well. Like I give IM Risperidone, and I give IM Invega. And I was like, wow, you know, I'm learning new things once I cross over into a new specialty. So yeah, I'm gonna do that video as well. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions, if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. Y'all know I reply to 99% of my comments. So yeah, and thank y'all for tuning in to another one. Hopefully I wasn't too low energy, because y'all know when I get in this car and start driving, I get sleepy. These eyes already getting low for some reason, and I still got another 45 minutes to get to my destination. But